Hey Humeridge, just wanted to spend a bit of a moment and share a bit of a devotion with you that leads on from last Sunday's message. But before I do, just a quick update that later on this week we're going to be sending out an email and another video update from senior pastors and the elders, just giving you a bit of an update of what's happening with COVID-19 and our COVID-19 plan moving forward. So stay tuned for that. That'll come out a little bit later on in the week. But today I just wanted to follow up from the message on Sunday where I talked about the importance of faith being personal, but that it should never be private. I shared a modern day parable about a parable of a life-saving station. And I guess I wanted us just to spend some time this morning. I'm going to show that again in a moment, but I guess today I just wanted us to think about what does that mean in the context of the church? Now, we are the church. The church is not a building, it's people. And so how does our attitude go in terms of, are we trying to make things comfortable for ourselves, or are we thinking about those who are lost, those who are drowning, those who are out there that maybe are messy? Are our eyes on them? Are our eyes on people that are beyond us? Or do our eyes turn to ourselves? And this parable of the life-saving station is a great story about the life-saving clubs that form and where they lose their focus. My prayer, our prayer, is at Humeridge we would always stay focused on the call that God has for us, that we would be in passionate pursuit of Jesus, that we would have courageous faith, and that we would always be seeking to advance the kingdom of God. Check this parable out. On a dangerous seacoast where shipwrecks often occur, there was a little crude life-saving station. The building was just like a hut, and there was only one boat and a few devoted members that constantly watched over the sea and, with no thought for themselves, went out day or night tirelessly searching for lost people. Many lives were saved by this wonderful little station, and so it became famous. Some of those who were saved and various others in the surrounding areas wanted to join the station and give their time and their money to support the work that they did. New boats were bought, new crews were trained, and the little life-saving station started to grow. Some of the new members of the life-saving station were unhappy that the building was so crude and poorly equipped. They felt a more comfortable place to be should be provided for the first refuge of those being saved at sea. So they replaced the emergency cots with beds and put better furniture into an enlarged building. Now the life-saving station became a popular gathering place for its members, and they decorated it and furnished it as a sort of a club. Less of the members were now interested in going out to the sea on life-saving missions, so they hired a lifeboat crew to do the work. The mission of saving lives was still given lip service, but most were too busy or lacked the necessary commitment to take part in the life-saving activities personally. Around about this time, a large ship was wrecked off the coast, and they hired crews to go out with boatloads of people coming in off that ship, wet, half-drowned people. They were dirty and they were sick, and they had black skin, and some spoke strange languages, and the beautiful new club got considerably messed up. So the property committee immediately had showers built outside of the club, where the victims of the shipwreck could be cleaned up before they came inside. At the next meeting, there was a split in the club membership. Most of the members wanted to stop the club's life-saving activities altogether because it was unpleasant and it was a hindrance to the normal life of the club. But some members insisted that life-saving was their primary purpose, and they pointed out that they were still called to be a life-saving station. But they were voted down and told if they wanted to save the life of all the various kinds of people that were shipwrecked in those waters out there, then they could build their own life-saving station down the coast. So they did. And years went by, and the new station experienced the same changes that the old had. They evolved into a club, and yet again another life-saving station was founded. And if you visit that seacoast today, you'll find a number of exclusive clubs along that shore. Shipwrecks are still frequent in those waters, but now most of the people drown.